You know what's exhausting? It's not the problems themselves. It's the 1,000 versions of them we create in our heads. Today, I'm going to share a story that completely changed how I understand overthinking, and it might just free you from that mental prison too. Here's the thing about overthinking. Your mind is like a movie director that never sleeps. It takes one simple scene, a text message, a conversation, a decision, and suddenly you're watching a full-length thriller about everything that could possibly go wrong. Sound familiar? The spiritual teacher Osho once told a story that brilliantly captures this madness. And when I first heard it, something just clicked. Picture this. Two strangers on a train. A young man without a watch. An old man sitting across from him. The young guy needs to know the time. So he does what any normal person would do. He asks, "Excuse me, uncle. Can you please tell me the time?" The old man looks up, makes eye contact, and then completely ignores him. Just goes back to staring out the window like nothing happened. Now, imagine you're that young man. How would you feel? Confused, angry, disrespected? The boy's mind starts racing. He definitely heard me. Why is he being so rude? What did I do wrong? This is where it gets interesting, because what happens next reveals something profound about how our minds work. Finally, the old man speaks. "Look, if I tell you the time, you'll say, 'Thank you.' I'll say, 'No problem.' Then, you'll ask me where I'm from. I'll tell you I'm from Mumbai. You'll say, 'Oh, I'm also from Mumbai.' Then, we'll start chatting. Maybe you realize we're from the same neighborhood. Our friendship might grow. You might come to my house for dinner someday. And here's the problem. I have a daughter about your age, and I want to make one thing very clear. I will never marry my daughter to a boy who doesn't even have enough money to buy himself a watch." Let that sink in for a second. This man went from, "What time is it?" to, "You're not good enough to marry my daughter," in about 3 seconds flat. All in his head. All completely imaginary. This is exactly what overthinking is. Your brain doesn't just process information, it writes entire novels about it. It connects dots that don't exist. It creates problems that haven't happened. It rehearses conversations that will never take place. From a psychological standpoint, this is called catastrophic thinking or cognitive distortion. Your brain is designed to predict threats and plan for the future. That's how we survived as a species. But in the modern world, this survival mechanism has gone haywire. You send a text, they don't reply immediately, and suddenly your mind is producing a Netflix series. Episode 1, "They're mad at me." Episode 2, "I said something wrong." Episode 3, "They hate me now." Season finale, "I'm going to die alone." Sound dramatic? Maybe. But is it familiar? Absolutely. Here's what Osho is really teaching through this story. The mind is a serial storyteller. It doesn't deal in facts, it deals in fiction. One small trigger, and it's off to the races, building elaborate scenarios that feel real, but exist only in your imagination. The old man on the train wasn't responding to reality. He was responding to a story he created about reality. And truth is, we do this all day long. Someone gives you a weird look, your mind writes a story. Your boss wants to talk, your mind writes a story. You have a pain in your chest, your mind writes a trilogy. So how do you break free? Osho's answer is beautifully simple. Awareness. Not fighting the thoughts, not trying to control them, just noticing them. When you develop the ability to observe your thoughts, instead of becoming them, everything changes. It's like watching a movie versus being in the movie. When you're in it, it feels real. Your heart races, your palms sweat, you're completely absorbed. But the moment you remember you're just watching, you can relax. You can see it for what it is, a story. The practice is this. When you catch yourself spiraling, pause and ask, is this actually happening right now? Or am I writing a story? Am I responding to reality or to my thoughts about reality? This simple shift from participant to observer is the key that unlocks the cage of overthinking. I'll be honest with you, this story changed my life because I used to be that old man on the train. My mind would take one small interaction and project it into some catastrophic future. I'd lose hours, sometimes days, trapped in scenarios that never happened. But when I learned to catch myself, to notice when my mind was directing its next thriller, I found freedom. Not because the thoughts stopped, they didn't, but because I stopped believing every story my mind told me. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your thoughts are not facts. They're just thoughts, stories, possibilities your mind is exploring. The old man never told the boy the time because he was imprisoned by his own mind. Don't let that be you. Start observing, start noticing, start asking, is this real or is this just another story? That awareness, that's your way out of the overthinking trap. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What story has your mind been telling you lately? And remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one watching them. See you in the next one.